calendar, and I cannot believe that there's still people in the chat asking, what's the link? I don't know which one it is. Is there a call today or not? Let me ask you, that's the responsibility of the leadership or of each one of us? Where is the coherence between what we say and do? And it's not just a bad thing to say. It's time to open our eyes. We want a change, but we don't do what it takes to see the change. There are people, you don't know, I have this chat, me as a leader, me, Rachel Diaz, independently, as human being, independent to all of you. I have a sales chat where I put stories, me, Rachel, with my face. I put stories, I post stories, and I invite people to come to my chat to talk about the business. So people keep going in that are in my team to ask about the trainings.
De verdad.
Really.
Eso significa que tu líder no
That
te ha
means
dicho
that your
que hay
leader
entrenamiento.
hasn't told you that there are trainings.
Entonces, tienen que entender esto con
So
todo
you
el
have
amor
to
del mundo.
understand this with all of the love
Si
in the
ustedes
world.
no hacen esas pequeñas
If you don't do those
cosas, como son
things,
la comunicación
since
con
it's
tu
like
equipo
communication with your
y
team
dejarles saber
and letting them know
qué es lo que tienen que hacer,
what is it that they have to do,
entonces cómo vamos a crecer el
then
equipo.
how are we going to
Y
make the
mis
team
directos,
grow? And
todo el mundo
my
se lo
direct
envía, hay chat con
for
managers,
people,
hay chat
there
con
is
el
a
equipo
chat with
completo, hay
managers,
chat
with the
en
full
Telegram,
team,
hay
with
chat
in
en
Telegram,
WhatsApp,
in
hay un canal
WhatsApp.
de YouTube,
There's a
hay una
YouTube
agenda que se
channel,
envía
there's
y
an
ya no solo
agenda,
se pone
a
en el canal
schedule
de
that is
información,
sent, and you
también
don't
se
place it
pone
on the
en el chat
information
de
channel
WhatsApp.
only.
Y
You also
aún
put it in
así
the WhatsApp
preguntan
channel,
o no
and
saben.
they still ask or they
¿Qué
don't know.
quiero decirles con esto?
What do
Hoy
I
es una
want to say
llamada
with
de
this? Today, it's
invitación
a
a
call of
hacerlo mejor.
invitation to do it better.
Hoy es una llamada
Today
de
is
motivación
a
a
motivation
de
call
verdad
to really do
hacer
it.
lo que debemos hacer
Do what we
para
have to do
poder ver lo que
to
queremos
see
ver.
what we want to see.
Porque escuchen, eso empieza por ti.
Because that starts with
Eso
you.
empieza por
That
nosotros.
starts with us.
Yo no puedo
I
decirles a ustedes que
can't
hagan algo que
tell
yo no
you
hago.
to do something that I don't do.
Y ustedes ven que yo
And you
posteo todos
see
los
that
días,
I post
hablo
every
todos los
day,
días, hay
I talk
entrenamiento para
every
ustedes
day,
todos
there are
los días,
training for you every
respondo
day,
todos los días,
I
vendo
answer
todos
every
los días,
day, I
prospecto
sell
todos
every
los días,
day, I do
apoyo a mis
prospects
líderes
all
todos los
day,
días.
and
Entonces,
I
¿dónde
talk
es
to
que
my
no
leaders
están
every day.
mirando?
So where
Y
is
no
it that
solo
you're
yo
not
lo vemos
looking?
en Jay, lo vemos
And not only me, we see it in
Carlos, lo
Jay,
vemos
we
en todos
see it in
nosotros, en el
Carlos, we
grupo de
see it in all
liderazgo.
of us in the leadership group.
O sea, a mí me gustaría
So
muchísimo,
I
pero
would
muchísimo que hoy
really,
ustedes
really
tomaran
love
una
that
decisión. ¿Sabes
today
qué? Lo
you
voy a
could
hacer
make a
diferente.
decision and say, you know
Pregunta
what,
número
I'm
uno,
going to make it
¿cómo puedo
different.
hacerlo
Ask
diferente?
question number one,
Pregunta
how can I
número
do it
dos,
differently? Question number two,
¿cómo puedo hacerlo mejor?
how can I do it better?
Porque la idea es
Because
siempre
the
hacerlo mejor.
idea is to always do it
Porque
better.
después vemos personas
Because
que
then
están
later
llegando
we
a
see
alto
people that
rango
are
y
getting to
decimos,
the high
¿cómo lo
ranks
hicieron?
and they're like, and we're like, how did they do that?
Trabajando,
Working,
esforzándose,
making an effort,
yendo a school,
going to school,
mirando y siguiendo a otros líderes de la
looking
compañía,
and
no solo a
following other
nosotros,
leaders in the company, not
entrando en
just
cada
us,
capacitación que
going
haya.
to
Aunque no lo
each
crean, hay
training that there
personas que yo
is.
digo, no,
Even
se
if
va
you
a
don't
hablar lo
believe it,
mismo.
there are people
Cuéntame,
saying that
cuéntame del plan
they
de
feel like
compensación.
we're going to
¿Usted lo
talk about the
sabe?
same thing. It's like, talk to me about the
¿Usted lo
compensation
sabe?
plan. Do you
Porque
know
yo
it by
sigo
heart?
entrando en
Because
capacitaciones.
I still go to
Todos
training.
seguimos entrando.
We
Yo
keep
aprendo
going to training.
todos los días.
I learn something
Entonces, ¿qué
every
quisimos hacer
day.
en la
So
llamada
what
de
did
hoy?
we try to do? What did we wanted to do in
La
this
verdad, yo
call?
trato todos los días de ver
Honestly,
cómo
I
podemos
try every
despertarlos
day to see
más
how
a
to
cada uno
wake
del
you
equipo.
up
Porque
more to each one
tenemos
of
un
the team
equipo
because
tan grande,
we have
pero a la misma
such a
vez
big team, but
tan
at the same
pocos,
time, so
digamos,
little, let's
trabajando en el
say,
field como
working
debería
in the
ser.
field
Y
as
no
it should
es, yo
be.
sé que hay
And I
situaciones, que
know
hay
that there are
cosas, pero
situations, things, but
el propósito nuestro es
the
que de verdad
purpose or
ustedes
our
lleguen a donde
purpose
deben
is
llegar.
for you to
Entonces es
really get to where you need
esforzarlos,
to be.
es
So it's
motivarlos,
let
es
you go,
ayudarlos,
motivate
es
you,
darle todos los
help you,
recursos,
and give you all
pero
of
hay
the
una parte que es
resources.
un
But there's a
porcentaje de
part
cada
that
cartera.
has a percentile of each one of you.
Entonces después no queremos ver a alguien que
So
diga,
then later we
esa
don't want to
compañía no
see someone that
funciona,
says that
ese
company
equipo
doesn't
no
work,
sirve.
that
O
team
sea, aunque
doesn't
ustedes no
work.
lo crean, tenemos a
Because
personas
if
de
you
otros
even if you
equipos
don't believe it,
diciéndonos,
we
yo quiero
have
firmar
people of
con
other
ustedes
teams
porque ustedes
saying
entrenan
I
todos
want to
los
be
días.
signed with
Y
you
yo le
because
digo,
you train every
increíble,
day.
pero hay personas en
And
nuestro equipo que no entran a los entrenamientos.
There are
y
people
lo tienen
that
todos los
don't go
días.
into training and they have it every
Entonces,
day.
¿qué es lo que me encantaría? Que
So
ustedes,
what is it
por
that
favor,
I would love for you
hablen
to
con
do?
sus equipos. A mí me
Please
escriben
talk
por
to your
privado.
teams.
No, yo estoy en tu
I
equipo, pero
get
yo no
private
sé ni cuándo
messages.
son
They're
tus
like, yeah, I'm in your
entrenamientos.
team, but I don't even know
Y es
when
una
your
tercera
trainings are.
generación mía.
And
Es
this
un
is a
cuarto
third
nivel mío.
or fourth level for me.
Usted hasta eso está en board. El enlace, el
And
mensaje de
even that is in
bienvenida
board. The message, the
redactado.
welcome message, redacted,
Además,
is there also.
please, copien y
Please
peguen
copy and
y
paste
envíelo y
and
estén
send
en
it
su equipo.
and be
Hey,
in your
¿entraste
team.
al canal de
Hey,
información?
did you go into
Hey,
the
¿sabes
information
el nuevo
channel?
que hay
Hey,
hoy?
do you know
Hey,
that about the
ven que te
training
vamos a
that
hablar
we
de las
have
metas.
today?
Hey,
Come
vamos
because
a
we're
hacer
going
una
to talk
llamada
about your
contigo.
goals. Hey, let's do a
Vamos a
call
hacer
with you.
esto.
Hey, let's do this.
Gente, esto es un
People,
negocio de
this is a
equipo. Esto no
business,
es
a
un
team
negocio de
business. This
solista
is
ni de
not a
protagonista.
solo
Es un
business
negocio
or
de equipo.
starring. It's a
Entonces,
team
quizás tienes que
business. So
aprender algo de
maybe you have
liderazgo.
to learn something
Léete un
about
libro de
leadership.
liderazgo. Escucha un
Read your
podcast que tenga
leadership
que ver de
book,
liderazgo,
listen
porque
to a
además seguro
podcast
que
that
esto tú
has
no
to
lo has
do with
hecho
leadership
nunca.
because surely
Entonces
you
hay gente
haven't
que me
done this
dice, yo
before.
empecé
So
en
there are
junio,
people that says
pero
I've never
tampoco
done
está
this before,
haciendo
but
cada día el
they've
esfuerzo
they
de
also
buscar
don't do the
cómo puede
daily
hacerlo
effort
por
to look
primera
for
vez,
how ways to
a
do it for
pesar
the
de que aquí
first
se les
times,
da todos los
even though we
recursos.
give you every resource here.
Entonces,
So
entren a sus entrenamientos,
go to your
inviten a sus
trainings,
equipos,
invite your
pásenle la
teams,
agenda, conversen con ellos y vamos
share
a ver
the
si hoy
agenda, talk
lo
to
que
them,
hicimos
and
hoy
let's
es
see if
tomar a
today,
varios
what we
líderes
did
del
today
equipo
is grab
que lo están haciendo
some
muy
leaders
bien,
of the
pero
team
sobre
that are
todo
doing
quiero
great.
destacar una
But of
cualidad.
course, I want
Y
to
es una que
say
no sea,
some
dos
quality, talk about
cualidades.
a
Una
quality,
que no
two
se han
qualities.
rendido.
One,
Dos,
that
que
they
están
haven't
siendo
given up.
constantes.
And
¿Cuál es la
two,
idea?
they're being
Ustedes
constant.
escuchan
What's the idea?
diferentes
For you to listen
recursos.
several resources.
Yo, por ejemplo, hago
Me, for
llamadas
example, I do
todas
calls
las semanas.
every week.
Todas las semanas.
Every week.
Yo también hago
And I also
post
do
todas las semanas, todos los días.
posting every
Todas las
day,
semanas algo de Lifewave. Yo todas las
everything of
semanas
Lifewave.
oigo podcast. Yo todas las
Every
semanas
week I
me
hear
reúno con mis
podcasts
líderes. Yo
and
todas
I
las
gather with
semanas,
my
esas
leaders
son mis
and every
estructuras.
week
Yo lo que quiero que
that's my
escuchen
structure.
ahora
What
es
I
de
want you to
estos
hear
líderes.
is that these
Ok,
leaders,
¿qué ustedes conectan con las ideas que ellas tienen? A ver
what
qué
do you
ustedes pueden
connect
hacer.
with their
Porque
ideas to
esto
see
es
what
un
you can do?
negocio
Because this
de
is a
duplicación.
duplication effort, this
Duplicación todo el tiempo.
duplication team,
¿Qué está haciendo
duplication
el otro?
all
¿Qué
the
está
time.
funcionando?
What is the other one
Conecta
doing that is
conmigo y yo puedo
working? Does
repetirlo.
that connect with
Y
me and
esto
can
no
I
es robar
repeat that?
ideas, esto es
And this is not
sencillamente
stealing
duplicar
ideas.
lo
This
que
is simply
funciona.
just
Es como
duplicate
cuando
what
vemos
works.
la
It's
dieta
like
de
when you
alguien
see the
y le
diet of
funcionó y
someone
queremos
and
bajar de
it
peso.
works
Oye,
and
pues
we
yo
want
voy
to
a
lose weight.
duplicarla, yo voy
It's
a
like, hey,
hacerla a
I'm
ver si
going
me
to
veo igual.
repeat that. I'm going to
Esto
do
es
that
igual.
again
Es
to see
obvio,
if it
mientras
works.
más
This is the
escuchemos,
same. The
mejor
more
será.
we
Porque
listen,
más
the
ideas
better it
tenemos,
is
yo te
because
voy a
more
aplicar.
ideas we
Hay
will get.
algunas que no te van a
I can
funcionar a ti,
apply
hay
some
otras
of
que sí.
them. Some of
Entonces,
them are
sobre lo
not going
que
to work
quiero es
for
que
you. Some of them
escuchemos
will. So
a
what I
varios
want is for
líderes
us to
de lo
listen
que
to
están
several leaders
haciendo que les
about what
está
they're doing
resultando
and
y
what is
entonces tomen
working
nota.
and
¿Está
for
bien?
you to
Entonces
take
vamos a
notes.
empezar. Voy a
Okay,
empezar con
so let's
Shirley.
start with
Shirley,
Shirley.
perdón. Llegó
Shirley, sorry.
recientemente a manager. Ahora, yo te voy a
She
decir
made
algo que yo he
yeah,
visto en
manager
Shirley desde el día
recently, so
uno.
I'm going to
Yo he
tell you what I've
visto
seen in her since day
desde
one.
el
I've
día
seen
uno. Ella me
since
dijo,
day one.
Rachel,
She
ella
told
me dice
me,
a mí, mi
Rachel,
líder,
she called
yo
me
voy a
my leader.
llegar y
My
voy a
leader,
hacer
I'm
esto y
going
esto y esto. Ella se
to
fue
start
precisamente esta
doing this and
semana.
this and that. She
Mírame, llegó a
creates her
manager. No
own
solamente
weekly
llegó.
goals.
Yo la
She
veo
got
porque
to
yo estoy en
manager.
los chats de
Not
cada
only
uno
her,
de
I
mis
mean, I
líderes.
see her because
Yo
I'm
la
in the
veo cómo
chat of
trabaja con
every
su
leader.
gente.
I see the way she
Los
works with
motiva,
her people.
los
She
inspira. Si tú
motivates them,
ves lo
she
que ella
inspires them. If you
hace
see what
social
she
media,
does,
hace
she does
eventos. Ella
social
misma lo va a
media, she
expresar. Yo
does
lo que le
events,
pedí a cada
but
una de
she's going
ellas
to tell
fue,
you herself.
ok,
What I ask of
comparte
them is,
tres
okay,
cosas que a ti te están
share three
funcionando
things that
para
are
ver si la
working for
gente
you to
pues
see
también te
if
escucha.
people listen
No
to
lo
you
oye
too.
solo de mí, de
Not
Jay
only
o de
hear it
Carlos,
from me,
sino
from
de
Jay and
otros
Carlos,
y
but from
pueden conectar
others,
con lo que tú estás
and they
haciendo.
can
Shirley,
connect with
adelante,
what you're
ya tú
doing. Shelly,
puedes
go ahead. You can
abrir el micrófono.
open your mic now.
Ok, buenas noches, ¿me
Okay,
oyen todos?
good night. Can everyone hear me?
Te oímos
¿Me
perfecto.
oyen?
Yeah,
Sí,
we
te
hear you
oímos
Ok.
perfectly
perfecto, mi
fine.
amor. Adelante.
Buenas noches para todos.
Good night,
Muchísimas
everyone.
gracias,
Thank you
David,
so
hermosa
much, my
mentora que me
beautiful
das el
leader and
tiempo de estar
mentor,
aquí presente ante
that you're
ustedes.
giving me this honor
Pues
to
sí,
be here
realmente
with you.
primero que todo,
Yes,
pues
really,
le doy
first
la
than
gloria y la honra
anything,
al Señor por haber
I
conocido
honor
este gran
God
proyecto,
for
por
getting
haber
to know
conocido
this project for, and I've always said it to her, for having gotten or coincident in life with her, because I'm talking about this beautiful leader. She came to my life and I started to follow her like 2 or 3 weeks before deciding or making up my mind about this project. Thank God I'm here. And part of that and my person I've duplicated and I've done
da.
and the example
Entonces,
that she gives us.
siempre dice, y algo
So
que
she
compartió
always
mucho
says is
Leslie,
something
que
that I
decía,
share a lot in lesson is that
nuestro líder Carlos decía
our
que
leader Carlos was saying that
él decía que él
if
leía
they
90
said that
páginas, él se
he
leía
read
100.
90
Entonces yo decía,
pages, then
wow,
he read
eso es lo que
100. And I
nosotros
was like,
debemos
wow,
de
so
hacer.
that's what
Nosotros
we have to do.
duplicar a nuestros
We
líderes
have to
porque ellos ya están
duplicate our
dando
leaders
ejemplo,
because they're
ellos
being
ya
an
nos están
example.
abriendo el
They
camino
are
para nosotros
opening
seguir
the
adelante.
road to
Entonces
us to
simplemente
move
seguir
on.
esas
It's
huellas que
just
ellos nos
simply to
están
follow
dejando
those
a
tracks
nosotros
that they
cada
are
día.
leaving for
Y yo
us.
quiero compartirles
And
aquí
I
tres
want to
puntos
share three
específicos de
points,
las
three
cuales
specific points
me considero yo como
of what
persona de
I
lo que hago
consider
cada
myself as a
día
person
y es
of
lo
what
que me
I
ha
do every
permitido
day
llegar a
and
este
what
rango
has
con el
allowed me to
esfuerzo,
get
con
to
la
this
ayuda de
rank
Dios
with the effort
primeramente,
and with
y
God's
Él
help,
trabaja
first of
arriba
all.
y nosotros
And
trabajamos aquí
He
abajo.
works up there
Número
and we
uno,
work
mi
down here.
conexión
So, number one,
genuina con la
my
gente.
genuine
Soy una
connection with
persona que no
people.
solo
I
vendo mi
am a person
producto,
that
sino que
I don't only
comparto
sell
desde
a
mi
product,
corazón,
I share
desde
it
mi
from my
ser,
heart, from my being,
porque la idea no
because the
es yo
idea
estar
is
buscando
not
convencer,
just
sino la
try
idea
to
es
convince
estar
people.
buscando
The
ayudar cada
idea
día.
is try to
Esto crea
help every
confianza
day.
y en
This
Lifewave
creates
esto es lo que
trust,
vale
and in
oro.
Lifewave, this
Número
is
dos,
gold. Number
mi,
two,
mi constancia y mi testimonio
my
personal.
me being
Cada día
constant
soy
and my
ejemplo
personal
vivo de
testimonial.
lo que
Every
los
day I'm
patches
an
han hecho
example
en mi vida
of
y
what
lo que han
patches have
hecho
done in my life
cercanos a
and
mí, en
what
este
they
caso
have
a
done
mis demás
to
líderes
my
que
close
siguen mi
people, to my
camino
beautiful
cada día.
leaders that follow my
Y
way every
esto
day or follow
realmente
my
nos
path.
inspira, no
This
es
really
solamente
inspires us,
inspirar,
not only
sino
is to
también
inspire,
no
but
es
is
hablar de
also
la teoría,
talk
sino
about
hablar desde
theory,
mi
but talk
experiencia y
about
lo comparto
my from
cada
my
día sin
experience and
rendirme
share it
a
every
mi
day
ritmo,
without giving
pero
up
con
to my own rhythm,
compromiso propio.
but with my own
Número tres,
commitment. Number
mi
three,
fe y el más
my
importante, mi
faith
fe y
and the most
compromiso.
important, my
Todo lo
faith
que
and
hago
commitment.
lo hago
Everything
desde mi trasfondo
I do it
espiritual,
from
con un
my
deseo de
spiritual
servir,
background
de
with
transformar
a
vidas.
wish
No solo
to serve
pienso,
and to
esa
transform
fuerza
lives, not only
interna es
bodies.
la que me
That
levanta,
internal force is
incluso
what
hasta en
lifts
mis
me
días
up,
difíciles,
even in my
porque
hardest
todas las
days,
personas
because
aquí
all of
tenemos
us
días
in
claros
here
y días
have
oscuros,
clear and
pero es
dark
ahí donde
days.
nosotros
But that's
decimos cómo
when
nos vamos
we
a levantar hoy,
decide
qué
how
vamos a
we're
hacer
going to get
hoy,
up and
qué
what
voy
are
a
we
hacer
going
con
to do
este
today. What
día
am
que
I
no me
going to do
está
with this day
inspirando a
that
proseguir
is not
adelante.
inspiring me to go on?
Es mantenerme enfocada
It's
en mi
to stay
propósito más
focused
grande, es en mi propósito más grande,
in my biggest
impactar vidas
purpose,
desde mi
impact
propósito
lives
y algo
since
que mi
from my
propósito he
purpose, and
entendido
something
es
that
cómo
I've
impacto desde
understood
mi
about my
corazón,
purpose is how
cómo
I impact
impacto
from
con
my
mi
heart,
amor
how I
y uso lo
impact
que Dios
someone
me ha
with my
dado,
love, and I
esa
use what God
herramienta
has given me.
gratis que el
That
Señor me ha dado, que es mi
free
boca y mi
tool,
voz. Es
and
ahí
that
donde
is my
yo
mouth
cada
and my
día,
voice.
aunque no me
That's
salga
where
perfecto,
I,
pero
every
cojo
day,
este
even though I
celular
don't do it
porque es la
perfect, but
herramienta más
I
fácil para
use
mí y
this
aunque no
phone
me haga,
because it's the
no salga
easiest tool
perfecto
for
un
me. And
video
even
que
if
pueda
it's a
compartir,
video, it's
prosigo
not
adelante.
perfect, I
Y un
move on.
mensajito que les voy a
And a
dar
little
aquí a
message that I'm
todos.
going to give all of
Nunca
you in here.
subestimen el poder
Never
de los pequeños
overestimate the
pasos.
power
A
of
veces no se
the
trata de
big of the
correr,
small steps.
sino de
Sometimes
no
it's not about
detenerse.
running,
Cuando hace las
but
cosas
about
con
not stopping.
amor,
When you do
con
things
fe y
with
con
love, with
propósito,
faith, and
la
with
vida se
purpose,
encarga de abrir
life
caminos.
makes
Sigue
sure to
sembrando,
open your ways.
sigue creyendo,
Keep
porque
harvesting,
cada
keep
semilla
believing, because
dará
every
su
seed
fruto en su
will
tiempo
give you
perfecto.
results
Porque
in
como
its perfect time.
repito lo que dije al
Because
comienzo,
as I said at the
nosotros
beginning,
trabajamos aquí
we
abajo y
work
Dios
down
trabaja
here
arriba.
and God
Y es
works
algo que
up there. And it's something that there
aparte de
is
mi bella
a
Rachel, que yo me inspiro
besides
con
my
los
beautiful
podcasts de ella,
Rachel that I
soy
get
fanática
inspiration from
número
her
uno.
podcast. I'm
Realmente
number one fan.
ella conectó
Really,
conmigo
she connected
increíblemente.
with me
Y
in an
es ahí
incredible
como
way.
otro ser,
And
aparte de mi líder
it's
espiritual
another being
que yo
besides
tengo
my
personalmente,
spiritual guide that I have
Mario Alonso
personally.
Putin. Este
Margalonso
hombre
Putin,
lo
this man,
escucho a diario
I
una
listen to
hora
him
y
every
media
day for
porque este
an hour
hombre
and a
ha
half, because
conectado
this
con
man
todo
has
lo que es este
connected
proyecto.
with
Él
everything about
habla
this project.
desde el
He speaks
interior, él habla
from the
desde el ser,
inside,
él
he
habla
talks
desde la
from
salud,
the
él habla de
being, from the
absolutamente
health.
todo y yo
He
lo
talks
comparto
about
porque lo
absolutely
escucho,
everything. I
porque
share
este
it
hombre
and
conecta
listen to
con
him
este
because this man
propósito, con este
connects with this
proyecto que
purpose, with this
tenemos.
project that we
Nosotros
have.
vivimos por
We
misión,
live
pasión y
for
propósito. No
mission,
lo olviden.
passion, and purpose.
Muchas
Don't forget
gracias.
it. Thank you
Espero
so
que mis
much.
palabras
I
les haya
hope that my
conectado de lo que
words
soy yo,
connected
de
with
algo
you
muy
about what
natural
I
y
am,
algo que me
something
impulsó a
very
seguir
natural, and
adelante
something that made
después
me move
de
on
que ver eso,
after
lo que aquí nuestra bella
this.
Rachel me dijo,
What
ella me lo dijo y me
what
hizo
if
llorar.
Rachel told us?
Me
She told
dijo,
me about
tú
this and
ya
she made me
sabes lo que
cry.
tienes que
She
hacer.
said, "You already know
Tú
what you have to
inspiras
do.
con lo que tú eres.
You
Tú no
inspire with
necesitas
what
nada.
you
Yo le
are.
dije a
You
ella,
don't need
¿qué
anything more.
necesito, mi
I
bella
said,
líder?
what do I
¿Qué
need, my
necesito
beautiful leader?
para
What
yo
do I
poder
need
llegar a estos
to
rangos?
be
¿Qué
able to
necesito? Ella me
get to
dijo,
those
tú
ranks?
ya
And
lo
she
tienes
said, you
todo,
already
tú
have
ya
everything.
sabes lo que tienes
You
que
already
hacer,
know
tú
what you
ya lo
have to
tienes
do.
ahí,
You
donde
already
Dios te
have
ha
it
tocado
there
tu
where
corazoncito,
God
fue.
touched
Y
your
eso fue
heart and
lo
your
que me
being, and
impulsó
that
a
is
seguir
what
adelante y
made me
esas
move on.
palabras que ella me
And
inspiró.
those words
Muchas
that she
gracias, Dios me
inspired.
los
Thank
bendiga.
God. God
Espero
bless you.
seguir
Thank you so
adelante,
much.
como siempre
And
digo,
I hope
let's go.
keep going. And as I always say, let's
Te
go.
amo. Además que, no sé, pero
I
ven
love you.
ustedes
I
la
mean,
alegría
you
con la que
see
ella habla.
the
Entonces,
happy she
es
is
como uno
when
piensa que tiene puesto como
she
20
talks.
parches
It's
a la
like
misma vez,
when
¿cierto?
it's
Porque
like when you feel like you
además
have 20
yo
patches
veo
on at the
todos
same
sus
time.
posts, yo veo
I
lo
mean,
que
I
hace y
see
eso
all
que
of
le
your
dije a ella,
posts,
porque yo la vi en Destin,
and
la vi
because I saw her
grabando,
in Destin,
la
I
vi
saw her
haciendo
recording, and
videos,
I
la
saw
vi
her watching
creyendo. Y eso
videos,
es
and
tan
I saw her
importante,
believing,
chicos,
and
lo que
that is
cuando
so
tú
important
crees lo que tienes en tu
that when
mano,
you
y es
believe
una pregunta que tú tienes
about
que hacerte.
when
Yo
you believe in
realmente
what you have in your
creo
hand,
en
it's
esto
something
que
that you
tengo
have
en
to
mi
ask
mano
yourself. Really, when
o entré por moda, entré por
it's like I
entusiasmo
ask
o
myself,
solamente estoy
do
tratando de
I
devolver lo que esto ha
did
hecho
I
en mi
start
salud,
this because
que
of what
son
I
dos
have in my
cosas
hand or
distintas.
because
Una
of
cosa es amar
passion
el
or because
producto y
it's
sabes
two
lo que
different
causa
things.
en ti.
One is to
Otra
love the
cosa
product and know
completamente
what causes on
diferente
you, and
es
another completely different
tomar
is
esta
to take
oportunidad
this
para
opportunity
transmitirla
to
a otras
transmit
personas
it
para
to
que se
other
sientan
people so
motivados,
they feel
conectados a
motivated and
unirse a tu
connected
equipo.
to
Son dos
join your
cosas
team.
distintas,
It's two different
completamente.
things
No puede ser nuestra misma
completely. It
actitud.
cannot be our
Entonces, si
same
tú no
attitude. So
crees en ello,
if you
a
don't
lo
believe
mejor
in
estás
that, and
dividida o
maybe you're
dividido
divided or
y por eso es que eso la gente
everything
lo
is divided,
persigue.
and that's
Porque
why
cuando no es
people
una
chase
realidad,
after it,
la
because
gente
when it's
puede
not a reality,
percibir,
people can
no le
perceive
creo mucho.
like I don't
Sin
believe it
embargo,
so much.
cuando tú
However,
crees,
when you
aceptas
believe,
quién
you
eres, porque
accept who you
ustedes
are,
no tienen que tratar de
because
ser
you don't
yo, ni
have to
tratar de
try to
ser
be me or
Jay,
try to
ni
be
tratar de
Jay
ser
or try to
Jimena, ni
be
tratar de
Jimena
ser
or try to
Cherly, ni
be
tratar de ser
Charlene
Carolina.
or try
No,
to be
ustedes
Caroline. No,
pueden amar,
you have to
aceptar
love and
y
accept
exponenciar lo que
and
ustedes son, que Dios les
extend
entregó.
what you are,
Así no tengas
what
una
God gave
relación
you,
con Dios.
even if you don't
Dios te
have a
hizo de una
relationship
manera,
with
a ti
God.
te
God
hizo de
gave you
otra.
in a way,
Entonces,
and
¿qué
you're
tal si
unique.
tú
So,
empiezas a
how
descubrir
about you
quién
start
eres?
figuring
Tratando.
out
Ella yo
who
la
you
veo
are?
siempre haciendo
I mean, I
diferentes
see her
videos,
doing different
invitando
videos and
autoras, a
inviting
reunirlas, a
authors and
entrevistarlas,
gathering
porque
them,
se ve
interview them,
que yo
because
sé que Shirley va a llegar
I
a
know
donde
that
ella quiere. Yo
Shirley is
sé que
going to
Shirley va a
get to
llegar
where
al
she wants
último
to,
rango de la
because
compañía.
I know
Sé
that
que
she's going
Shirley
to
va a
make
llegar
it to the
y no
last
me
rank in the
necesita
company,
a
and
mí
she
para
doesn't need
nada.
me at
Ella
all.
solo fue la
She
fundación, ahora ella
was
está
only the
agarrando
foundation.
y
Now
también se está
she's
llenando de
starting to
otro
hold
tipo de
on, and she's
recursos. Así que
also
Sherry,
getting other
felicidades, muchas
resources. So
gracias
Sherry,
por compartir
congratulations and
todo
thank you
tuyo,
so
mi
much
amor. Te
for
mando muchas
sharing
felicidades.
everything
Ya
of
llegaste
yours. Thank
manager,
you
ya
so
tienes
much.
dos
You got the
managers más. Yo sé que
manager,
vas
you
para
have two other
director y que vas a llegar
managers.
hasta lo
You're
último, mi
going to
amor.
make
Que Dios te
director and
bendiga.
you're going to be to the last part of it.
Ok,
God bless
vamos
you.
entonces ahora con dos grandes,
Okay, let's go
que las amo.
to
Ellas son el dúo
two big
dinámico, le digo
ones.
yo.
This is a
Va,
dynamic
de hecho,
duo. It's
ellas dos ahora mismo
actually
están en
these
México.
these
Las
two
dos
they
acaban de
they
llegar
both are in
y ellas
Mexico.
son
They just
así. Yo le
arrived
digo a ese
and
dúo dinámico
they're
porque
like
son
that.
grandes e
I call
invitados.
them the
Primero va a hablar
dynamic
Caro,
duo.
después André. No
First
sé cómo
Caro and
ustedes
then
se pongan de
Andro. I
acuerdo,
don't know
chicas.
whoever
Acaban de llegar a
the
México,
way
están allá, van a hacer
you
un
agree on it.
evento. Ellas son
You
de las
got
chicas que
the to
firmaron a Andrea
Mexico.
Legarreta,
You
una gran presentadora en
they
México, y
are the
están
ones that
trabajando
signed
en
Andrea Legarreta in
conjunto,
Mexico,
¿verdad?
and they're working
Compartimos Andrea
together with
para
who
hacer
signed
un gran
Andrea
evento y se
to make a
mueven, trabajan
huge
con su equipo. Yo
event,
también estoy en su
and they
chat
work with their
zone,
team. I'm also in
algo
their
serio.
chat zone,
Y
something
quiero que ellas
serious.
les cuenten a
And
ustedes
I
lo que están
want them to
haciendo,
tell
qué les
you
funciona
what they're doing,
y
what
que ustedes
works for
también
them,
puedan
and
venir y
for you to
conectar con su
also
Shirley.
hear this and
Caro,
connect
creo
with
que vas a
their
empezar
story.
tú o
Caro,
André,
I
ustedes
think
me
it's
dicen.
going to
Sí, aquí
be you who
estamos.
starts,
Dele,
or
Dale.
dele.
yeah, we're right here.
Es que estamos las dos en el mismo
It's
cuarto.
just we're both in the same room.
Yo sé.
A ver, yo le pongo volumen al mío. Bueno, nada, a mí me funciona desde el principio y la
Well,
gente que entra siempre les recuerdo a la
this has
gente
worked
el
for me.
mensaje de bienvenida que Rachel muy amablemente nos redactó. Está súper completo. Te enseña cómo entrar a tu
So
back
it's super
office
complete.
y
It
ese
teaches you
chat,
how to go into
ese
your
mensaje de
chat
bienvenida no
office,
se puede
and
convertir
that welcome
en
messages
un teléfono
cannot
roto. Entonces yo por eso
become
decidí
a
hacer
broken
un
telephone. So So
chat
that's
que
why I
también se
decided to make a
llama
soup chat,
Be the Life,
which
pero yo le
is
llamo The
Viv
Best
Life.
Team.
My name is the
Porque
best
vamos a
team
ser el mejor equipo y
because we're
Rachel
gonna
está
be the best
invitadísima
team,
ahí
and
y
Rachel is
siempre nos
super
acompaña,
invited
pero
there, and she's
me
always
parece
there
que
with
tengo
us.
un poquito más de control. Si
Um,
yo quiero liderar, tengo un poquito más de control sobre
but
nuestro equipo.
I
No
have a
soy
little
solo
bit
yo.
more control.
Cada persona que va entrando, yo la voy haciendo administradora.
Every person that
Porque,
comes
pues
in,
sí,
I do
el equipo
administrator
se va
because, of
abriendo
course,
entre
the
ramas y el equipo
team
que
goes
entra
from
Rachel es
branches,
muy
and
grande y yo
the
no voy
team
a poder
that
tener el
goes
control
in Rochelle
de
is
mi
too big, and
equipo
I'm not gonna
a la
have
hora de
full
invitarlos a
control of
sus
my team when
entrenamientos.
I
Entonces,
invite them to these
definitivamente,
trainings. So
eh,
definitely, really
crear su equipo
to create their
creerse
team
líderes, o sea,
and believe that they're
estudiar lo
leaders,
suficiente para ustedes
study
poder llevar
enough for you
a
to
estas personas a otro
take
nivel,
those people
explicarles
to
cómo funciona.
different
A mí al
levels,
principio me
explain how it
tocaba
works.
hacer
At the
llamadas one on
beginning,
one y
I had to
explicarle,
do calls and
darme la pela
explain,
de
well,
explicarles el
take the
negocio
time to
media hora,
explain
mucho
the
más a cada
business to
persona,
them, half an
porque
hour
pues
every
no tenía un
person,
equipo
because
grande,
I didn't
¿no?
have a big team, no?
Entonces ya de ahí,
So
después
after that,
escuché
I
que
heard that
creo que fue a Mike,
I think it
que
was Mike
decía, yo
that
prefiero que me
said,
digan
I rather someone
que
told
no
me
quieren hacer el
that
negocio a por
they
qué
don't
no me
want to
dijiste.
do the
Entonces,
business, to why didn't
ese
you
tema de
tell me?
hacer
So
la lista
that
en del
situation of
teléfono
making the
y de
list on the
llamar a una
phone
persona, no, es que
and
se me va a decir
call
que no
someone, no,
porque es
it's
que
like
se
that
trabaja y
person is
apenas
going to
son las
tell me
4.
because he
Usted
works,
dígale,
and
es mejor que
you
le diga
tell
que
him.
no.
It's
Ah, no
better
se vuelve
that
intenso, eso
person
sí,
tells you
definitivamente no se
no. I
vuelve
mean, we're
intenso.
not intense, of course
Y a
not.
mí me ha pasado que
And it
semillitas que
has happened to
sembré
me
ya
that
6 meses
those little
atrás,
seeds that I
hoy en
did
día me
maybe
están
a few
llamando
months
a
ago,
decirme,
today they're
oye,
calling me to
sí,
tell
claro
me,
que sí,
hey, you know
quiero
what? I
probar lo de los
do want
patches,
to
pero
try
también porque
about the
ven la
patch thing,
consistencia.
but also because they see the
Otro punto,
consistency.
esto es
Another thing
un punto
is
que mucha gente rechaza el tema del
this is something
multinivel
that
y
a lot of
es que no
people
conozco a nadie.
reject.
Y nosotros lo
Says I
estamos
don't
poniendo
know
demasiado
anyone,
fácil,
and
fácil.
we're
Solamente
doing it
necesitamos
so easy. The only
cuatro
thing we
personas,
need is
todos
4 people.
conocemos a 4 personas.
We
Entonces,
all
cuando
know
tú
four
le
people. So
enseñas a esa persona, solo
whenever you
necesitas
show it
cuatro
to that
personas para
person,
ser
you just
manager
need
y
4 people to
desbloquear la
become a
posibilidad de
manager
ganarte mil
and
quinientos dólares
unblock
como
the
manager.
possibility to make
No es tan
$1,500 a
difícil,
week.
¿verdad?
It's not so hard,
Y
right?
realmente
And
uno no
really,
tiene tanta gente,
we
pero
don't
con
have a
esas
lot of
cuatro
people,
personas
but with those
llevando
4 people,
a que esas 4 personas
so
creen y se
that
hagan
those
managers,
four
hacer una
people
fábrica de managers e
start
inviten a otras
and
cuatro
make
personas,
manager
el
and
equipo
they
definitivamente va a
they
crecer. Y esto
invite
nos
other
lleva
4 people,
entonces
the
al
team is
siguiente
going to grow.
punto,
So this
que es
takes me to
dedicar mi
my first point, which
70% de
is
mi
dedicate
tiempo a ayudar
70%
a mi
of my
equipo
time to
y el
help my
treinta
team
por ciento a
and
mí,
30%
a reclutar a mi gente,
to
¿no?
recruit my people.
El
No,
70%, Andreina lo sabe.
70% Andreina
Mientras
knows.
que la gente no aprende bien el
While
negocio,
people don't
claro,
learn
necesito que me
the
acompañes donde
business,
Tiziana. Tiziana entró al
so for
negocio y
example,
sí, sí,
Tiziana started
Andreina y
in the
Caro, necesito que me
business,
acompañen donde
Andreina
fulano.
and
Y
Caro,
empezar a
and
apoyar ese
they
equipo
started
para que crezcan, para que dupliquen, para
starting
que
on the
ellas
team
mismas
so
vayan
they
viendo
can
cómo se
create,
aprende.
duplicate,
Eso es
and
lo que
see
yo creo que ha
how
sido el éxito de
you learn.
nosotros,
I think
que
that's
somos
been our success.
demasiado
That we use a lot
amigas, o sea,
of
así
friends.
tenga que ayudar a una
Even
tercera,
though
una
I have
cuarta, una
to
quinta
help a
generación, ahí
third, a
vamos a
fourth, a
estar.
fifth generation, we're going to be
André,
there.
¿quieres decir algo?
Bueno, por supuesto, todo lo que
No,
está
of
diciendo
course,
Caro, un
everything
saludo a
that Karam
todos.
is saying.
Gracias, Rache,
Hi to everyone. Thank you,
por
Racha,
siempre tomarnos en
for
cuenta, tan
always
bella. Todo lo
taking
que está
us into
diciendo Caro,
consideration.
obviamente
So
lo que ella
beautiful.
explica lo
Everything
hacemos
that Caro is saying, everything that
prácticamente
she's
en dúo,
explaining, we do it
¿ok? Caro y yo
practically
estamos
in a duo.
enfocadas
So
en eso
we
desde el
both are
principio.
focused on that since the
Primero,
beginning.
que cada
First,
persona que
that
entre
every
entienda
person that
que
starts
entró a
here
una comunidad,
understands
que
that
no va a
they
estar
are
solo,
in
que
a
tiene
community, that they're
cómo
not going to be
aprender del
alone, that
negocio,
they
que al
have a way
principio
to
la
learn
gente le
about
da
the
miedo y
business.
dice,
And at the
¿cómo voy a hacer
beginning,
yo para
people are
explicar todo
scared,
lo que
like,
tú
how
estás
am I going to
explicando?
explain everything that you're
Y
explaining?
simplemente
And
es
simply
llevándolas de la
is
mano. O sea, yo
grabbing their hand,
particularmente
holding their
soy, y
hand.
creo que hay
And
muchas
I
conectadas en mi
particularly am,
equipo
and I think I
que lo
have a
pueden
lot of team
decir,
members here
soy
that can
súper
say that
dedicada.
I'm
Y si le tengo
super
que
dedicated. And if
poner
I have
tiempo a
to
cada una
give
de ellas
time
y
to each
ayudarlas
one
y
of them and help
explicarles,
them and
incluso
explain
me ha
things to them,
tocado que muchas veces
even I've
lo
had
hago
the
con
situation in
todo
which
el
I
amor y el
do it
cariño del
many
mundo, porque
times
como
with
decía
all of the
Rachel
love
al
in the world, because
principio,
as Rochelle was
el
saying at
que
the
entra a
beginning,
este negocio y piensa
the
que
one
esto es
that starts
algo
in this business and
individual,
thinks that this is something individual,
no está entonces en el negocio
it's
correcto.
not
Esto es
in the right
algo que
businesses.
definitivamente
This is something
es
that definitely
grupal.
is a
Uno crece
team.
y todos
You
crecemos.
grow, we all
Entonces,
grow.
aquí no hay
So,
egoísmos, aquí simple y
no
llanamente
being
todos
selfish
estamos
here. So,
en el mismo
in the
barco.
end, we're
Nosotras nos
all in the same
copiamos
boat.
el
Yeah, we
mismo,
copy
¿cómo se llama? El
our,
mismo guión y
we
todos
copy the
copiamos lo
same
mismo, porque es
Todo.
que el que
scripting. We
conecta,
do all
y
the same
Rache,
because if you
por ejemplo,
connect,
aquí
and
delante de todo
Rachel,
el mundo.
let me tell you
Ayer me
here in
llamó
front of
una chica
everyone,
de Texas
I
y
got a
me
call
dijo,
from a girl in Texas
vi
that
los
said,
patches por
I
Rachel
saw the
Díaz, seguí
patches
investigando y
for
me
Rachel
salió que
Diaz. I
aquí
kept
conecté con
investigating and
usted.
then it was you and
Todo
I
el mundo va a
connected with you.
conectar, aquí no somos
Everyone is going
competencia
to
de
connect.
nadie.
We're
Y
not
cada quien va a
we're
conectar
not,
contigo o
it's
no,
not a
gracias Rachel, me
competition.
mandaste
It's
un
going to
cliente,
connect with you
¿verdad?
or
Sí,
with
Pero es
anyone
verdad.
else. I mean, so
manda,
you sent,
manda.
you sent me a
Y así le
customer.
pasó a Tiziana
And
también.
that
Tiziana
happened to
vio,
Tiziana
había
too.
visto a mucha
Tiziana she saw a lot of people
Con una de sus enroladas,
with
María Claudia,
one
y
of
ella
their
ve
enrollees,
acá que
Maria
comenzó
Claudia,
con
and Maria
Tiziana y se quedó
Claudia
con Tiziana. Entonces,
connected with
todos
Tiziana and
tenemos
she
nuestra
stayed with
forma,
Tiziana.
nuestra
So
manera.
we all
Entonces,
have
eso
our
nos lleva
way.
al
So
segundo
that
punto,
takes
que
us
es
to our second
postear,
point, which
postear
is
y postear. ¿Por
post,
qué?
post, and post, and keep posting.
Digamos que nuestro otro
Because
negocio
let's
es el
say
tema de
that
la
our other
música
business is the
y hoy
music.
en día
And
mi
today,
esposo, por ejemplo, decía
my
que
husband, for example,
los
was
cantantes
saying
antes
that
tenían que salir a promocionar
singers used
y
to
cantar
go
la
out
canción.
and
Por ejemplo,
promote and
nosotros
sing the
sacamos la canción, yo solo
song.
quiero pegar en la
I just
radio
want
y
to
nos
be like
tocaba
famous
quedarse
on
en
the
la feria,
radio and
pagar
used
la
to
radio, no era
pay the radio and everything. Not everyone had access to it. Of course, maybe the discounts. Today we have the best or the best tool of posting in our hand, and it's free, and we have it all the time, and you have no idea how much it has worked for me. Everything is content. Everything is content. I was in the mall. I was really tired taking my girls to shop things, and I thought, what mom can be on a Monday or Tuesday at 3 p.m. with the girls buying or shopping in the mall? Me, because I'm generating passive income. And I made a post, and it was great. Not don't worry about likes or anything. Keep posting. Just keep posting. That's the strategy. Keep posting and posting, posting 3 to 4 times a day. No fear of it. If they don't see me, it's okay. I mean, let's not be embarrassed that no one is looking at it or no one is watching it. No one's watching it. No one is watching you that you have someone there. So no one is seeing that you don't have any likes. So keep posting and posting and posting. And inside of the team, just copy, replicate everything. For example, Rochelle sometimes makes some posts. She doesn't even talk. That's the way I am. I copy
Exacto,
exactly
y
what she did.
una de las
Exactly.
cosas
And
también que
one
quiero
of the
decir es que
things
no
that also I want to
necesariamente
say is
cuando
that
uno postea
not
tiene que
necessarily
ser
when you
sumamente
post, it
editado.
has to
Yo
be
nunca he sido de
extremely edited.
redes, ¿ok?
I've
Y
never
bueno, pues
been
en los
a fan
7
of
meses que ya
networks,
tenemos
and
en la
in this
empresa,
in this
me ha
6 months
tocado
that we've
duro
been in the
porque
company,
nunca,
it's been hard for me because
nunca me ha gustado.
I
Pero la
never liked
verdad
it.
es que a medida que va
But
pasando el
honestly, is
tiempo, uno
that
se va
as
soltando, cada vez
time
lo vas
goes
haciendo
by,
mejor.
you start
Y
making
una
it
cosa, no tiene que ser
better, and
sumamente
it
editado.
doesn't have to
Quizás
be
hasta a veces
super
mientras más
edited.
orgánico y más
Sometimes
sencillo,
the
queda mucho
the
mejor.
more
Incluso hasta
organic, the
hay
better.
más posibilidad de
And
que se te haga
there's
un
more
video viral, por ejemplo, en
possibility that
TikTok
maybe
y
you
no
get a
tiene
video,
nada.
viral video in
Entonces,
TikTok, and you don't
yo soy de
there's
las que
nothing in it. So
piensa,
I
me
think
ha
that,
tocado por el día a
I
día, porque
mean, it
todos
has
obviamente
happened to
tenemos
me
muchos
because of the daily
compromisos,
life,
somos
because we all
mamás,
have a lot of
esposas,
commitments
también
or things
trabajamos
to
en
do.
otra cosa,
We're moms,
pero
wives, we work on something else.
pienso que lo
But I
más
think that
importante
the most
es que cada
important
día
is that
hagamos
every day
algo.
we do
Si
something.
se les hace complicado, lo ideal es
If
postear
it's
todos los días,
complicated, I
pero
mean, the
por
ideal
alguna
is to
razón no se
post every
puede.
day, but for some
No
reason you
importa, pero
can't.
todos los
It
días
doesn't
me
matter. But
acuesto y me
every
permito decir
day
que
I
algo
lay down
hice.
and I
Se
know that
trata
I
un tema
did
de
something.
avanzar.
It's about
Nunca nos
moving
podemos
forward.
estacionar,
We cannot
¿ok?
park, we cannot
Algo. Si
stop.
hoy no pude
So
postear, pero
something.
ya
If
ven.
I couldn't
Si
post
hoy no
today, but
pude
I called.
llamar,
If I didn't
enrolé.
call today, I
Pero, o sea,
enrolled someone or I checked my account, because
constantemente.
constantly, because the virtual office gives you so much tools, and with 10 minutes that you spend there and one link at a time, you're going to learn that virtual office. You have no idea how much I've shown it to my team that the part, it's super tool, because sometimes people, it's not so easy for people to do to buy or things like that.
Todo lo que le quiere
So
que esa persona compre, esa persona
you
solamente
send
tiene que
everything that the
pagar.
person has
Eso es todo
to
lo que tiene que hacer. Y
buy,
esa
and the
herramienta la
only
encontré yo
thing that she
solita
has to do
y
is pay.
la
And I found
investigué
that tool on my own. I
y ya, o sea,
investigated, and
es
that's it. I mean,
hacerlo.
it's just
Mi
doing
otro
it.
punto
My
es
other point
eventos.
is
Nosotros estamos haciendo
events.
eventos
We
súper
are
pequeños.
doing events.
Todas nos
They're super
comprometemos,
small.
nos tomamos una foto
We all
grupal, le echamos
engage. We
tiempo, lo
take
único que
a
hacemos es cambiarle la
picture. The
foto.
only thing we
Y
do
todas
is
nos
change the
comprometemos a
picture,
llevar a 2 o 3
and
personas.
we commit
Y
to
ahí
take two or
contamos
three
nuestro
people, and
testimonio.
that's when
El
we
testimonio
tell
de
our
todas es
testimonials.
diferente.
The
Y con
testimonial of
alguien va a
everyone is
conectar ella.
different,
Entonces ella
and
se fue a
it's
la
going to connect
perimenopausia,
with
el mío
anyone.
fue
For
las
example,
migrañas.
mine
Pero
was
cuando la gente
migraines, but
empieza a
when
decir, wow,
people start to
las
say,
migrañas,
wow,
y
migraines,
conecta contigo y
and
dice,
connect
sí, yo
with you,
también por
and they're like,
eso
yeah,
que
me
tengo que
too, I
pagar.
have migraines
Esos
too.
eventos
So I
así
have to
de
try
tú a
it.
tú, de
Those
sentir la
events,
energía, de contar no
it's
solamente
about
el
feeling the
testimonio de
energy
salud,
and
sino
tell
también el
not
testimonio
only health
económico, porque
testimonial,
mucha
but
gente
also the
estamos claros que
economical
estamos acá
one,
porque
because
queremos hacer
we're
dinero.
clear that if
Eso
we're here, it's
inspira,
because we
o
want to
sea,
make
eso
money. That
inspira de ver que
inspires
hay un
people
grupo
to
de
see that
líderes que
there's
están
a
haciendo
group
2.000,
of leaders
$3.000 a
that
la
are
semana.
making $2,000, $3,000
Inspira
a
sí
week,
o sí.
and that inspires, of
¿Cuál
course.
es mi promesa cuando invito a
What's
la
my
gente?
promise when I invite
Que yo
people
les voy a llevar
over,
de la
that
mano
I'm going
hasta que
to
ganen
hold their hand
por lo menos
until
$1,000. Y de
they
verdad
make
yo no los suelto. Aquí
unless
hay una
at
enrolada
least
mía que se llama
$1,000, and I don't
Lidia
let go of them. There's
y
an
ella
enrollee
sabe
of
que a
mine
la hora
here.
que
Her
me
name is
escriba,
Lydia, and
yo
she
estoy
knows that whenever she
24/7 y hay
texts
varias
me,
quizá,
I'm
pero a la
24
hora que me
hours
escriban
there.
estoy 24/7.
When they
Entonces,
text me, I'm
esa es mi
24 hours
promesa
there.
para
So
la gente
that's my promise for
que
people
yo
that I
recluto, por así decirlo.
recruit
¿Qué era
or
la otra cosa
bring.
que iba a decir? Se me olvidó.
What was another thing that I wanted to say?
¿Por qué están en México? ¿Qué están haciendo allá?
Why are you in
Ah,
Mexico? What are
eventos,
you
nos
doing over there?
vinimos de colar. Mire,
Events.
esta fue una
We
persona
just came here.
que
This
se
was this
enroló
person
conmigo
that
por
enrolled with
medio de
me
TikTok.
from
Y él, yo le
TikTok.
vi tanto
And
potencial porque se
I
dedica
saw
al tema
so much potential
de la
because he
peluquería y no sé qué.
deals
Y
with
él hizo
hair
su
and things like
evento.
that.
Y
And
entre que
he
sí, que
created the
no, que
event.
terminó poniendo
And
en
so many
la
things
pantalla esta que
he
ponen atrás
ended
con la
up putting
alfombra
on the
roja el
screen for
X39
the
que
red carpet, the
que fue
X39.
con
And I said,
nosotros, nosotros
Angelina,
por
I
allá.
think that we
Bueno,
have to be
vámonos,
there.
porque es que,
It's like, okay,
vámonos.
let's go. All right, let's go.
Vamos allá,
So
que ya
yeah,
tengo dolor de
we just
cabeza
got
la
here,
otra vez.
and we have a very bad
como
headache. And
comentaba Rachel, yo tengo a
yeah, as
Andrea
Rochelle was
Legarreta en
saying,
mi
I have
equipo,
Andrea Legarreta in my team, and
y pues
well,
ella obviamente
she
también conoce y
obviously she
trabaja
knows
casualmente
and
con esta
she
persona
works with this
que
person
tiene contacto
that
con el que está
has
enrolado con
contact with
Carolina.
the one that is
Entonces
enrolled with Carolina.
logramos
So
hacer
we
como
managed
todo un
to
equipo, además de que
create a whole team.
tengo a alguien en mi
And
equipo que además
I
es una
also have
gran
someone
amiga
in
que
my
vive
team that
acá
it's
en
a
México,
great friend. She
que
lives
también
here
ha
in Mexico
arrasado,
that has always done
y
so
tenemos a Vicky
great. And we
también,
have Vicky as
y por
well.
supuesto
And
la pusimos en
also,
contacto
of
con el de
course,
Carolina, en
we
fin,
reached out with
que
the
ha
team in
sido todo
Carolina.
como
So it's
una
been like
organización
everything
que salió
has
de
been
repente
such an
entre contactos de
organization that just
nosotras,
happened
y la
suddenly
verdad
without
es que
contacts.
dijimos, no,
And
ya va,
honestly, we
tenemos que
were like, okay,
empezar
no, we
a
have to
tener
start
presencia en
to
México, que
be
obviamente
present
el
in
mercado
Mexico.
acá se está
Of course,
expandiendo y
the
están cada
market
vez
is
conociendo más
expanding
y
over
más los
here,
patches,
and
y
they're
por
getting
supuesto
to know
desde
the
el
patches more
principio
and more. And of course, since the
empezar a tener
beginning,
presencia.
um,
¿Ok?
start having
Y
presence.
pues
Okay,
venir
and
a hablar de nuestro testimonio, venir a hablar
talk
no solo
about
de
our
nuestro testimonio
testimonial,
como
not
nos ha
only
ido con
about
los
our
parches,
testimonial
sino
as
a
what
nivel
happens with the
económico,
patches, but
de
in the
cómo hemos
economic
venido
level of
creciendo
how
poco a
we've
poco y cómo
grown little
hemos
by
hecho
little
que
and
nuestro equipo
how we've
también vaya
made our
creciendo.
team to
Y la
grow as well.
realidad es que
And
hoy que
the
nos pudimos
reality
reunir
is that today,
con mi
when we were
amiga, con
able
María
to
Antonieta, que
gather
está
with
ahí
my friend, with
conectada,
Maria Antonieta,
estamos
which is
súper contentas
logged in there, we're
porque
so
jamás
happy because
pensamos hace
we
7
never
meses
thought
que
7 months
podíamos
ago
tener los
that
ingresos
we
que
could
tenemos
have the
ahora,
income that we
¿ok?
have now.
Y que además lo
Okay,
estamos
and
disfrutando,
that we're also
porque eso es
enjoying
lo más
it
lindo,
because
que
this
de
is the
paso lo estamos
best that also
disfrutando,
we are
porque
enjoying
siempre
this
decimos
because
que el
we
parche,
always say
el
that the
X39 es
patch, the
algo que se
X39
vende
is
sin vender,
something that
es
you
algo que
sell
solo
without
debemos
selling. It's
compartir
something that we have
y,
to
y
share,
ya lo demás corre
and
solo.
the
Y
rest
la
runs
otra
on
es
its own.
poner.
And
Estamos en el
yeah,
mismo
the other
barco.
one too.
Y la otra es parchar. Hay que
And the
parchar.
other
Ayer
one
una
is
señora
give
me vino
patches. Give
a
patches.
bañar los
Yesterday,
perros
this person came
y le
here
toqué
to
el
give a shower to
camioncito
my
cuando le
dogs,
fui a
and
pagar. Se
I
volvió con
knocked on the truck.
muchísimo
When
dolor.
I
Le
paid her,
acabo de
she
mandar la
turned with a
foto
lot of
porque ya
pain.
compró los parches
They
y le
sent
dije,
her the
espérate que te
picture.
duele.
She sent the
Le
picture of
puse
the
el
patch. And it's like,
X39
what hurts? It's like,
en
okay, the
la espalda
X39.
baja y le puse el
And
ION,
I
ION
placed the
en la
external on the
mano
lower back and the Eon on the
y
hand.
no se los quitó. Yo
She didn't take
como
them
salí
off.
corriendo, ahorita me
I
dice, Caro,
ran
si no está
away and
cambiando de
it's
nada.
like,
Le digo,
oh,
qué digan hace horas.
my
Bueno, yo
hand, the one on my hand,
pero me dice
is
que se le
falling off.
quitó
It's
el
like, oh,
dolor.
it was
Yo se los
24 hours.
puse y me fui
But
y a
she
los
said that
10
her
minutos
pain is gone.
me llamó y
10
me dijo, ¿qué
minutes
brujería es
after
esta?
she asked me what was
Y
this,
nada, muy
and
bien, o sea,
well,
parchar,
very good.
parchar
I
sí
mean,
funciona.
just give a
No
patch.
parchar
It
por
works.
parchar, pero porque
Not
a
just
veces
give
la
a
gente no
patch
valora
out of
bien,
nowhere, but
pero
maybe
parchar
because people sometimes don't
al que le
value it,
vea sin
but
dolor,
just
sin
give a
miedo, sin
patch to
pena. El
anyone
otro día
who
estaba
has
yo
pain. No,
entrando
no fear
a
about it,
la
no shame about it.
organización de alguien
Just the
y
other way, I
la
was going in an
portera
organization of someone,
se
and
agachó,
the
ay, mi
person in the
rodilla. Le
door
dije, te
was
dejo
quieted
un
down,
parche,
and she
juégate
said,
una
"Oh, my
rodilla y
knee."
te dejo mi
So I
tarjeta.
gave
Si
a
te
patch to
funciona,
her
me
and
llamas.
put it on her
Me
knee,
llamó,
and
compró sus
I
parches.
gave her a card,
Entonces,
and I
parchar,
told her to call
mantener
me if she
parche en la
needed.
cartera y a parchar
And
a
she
todo el
did.
mundo.
So just keep
Y
patches
una
in your
última
wallet and
cosita que
give
quiero
patches to
decirles,
everyone.
no
And another
subestimen
one
a
thing
sus
that I want to
clientes
say, don't
preferenciales,
underestimate your
¿ok?
preference
La
customers.
semana pasada,
Last
3
week,
de mis clientes
3 of my
preferenciales
preferential
se me enrolaron,
customers
¿ok?
enrolled with me.
Al principio
So
querían
at the
comprar mes a
beginning, they
mes y
wanted
después
to
les empezó a
buy
ir tan bien
month by
y
month,
vieron que
and they
compartiendo el
started to
producto
do
la
so
gente les
well. And they
decía,
saw that by
wow,
sharing the
pero ¿cómo
product,
hago
people
para
used to say, "But
comprarlo?"
how do I
Y
buy it?"
obviamente me
And
llamaban a mí, mira, que
obviously,
quieren
they called
comprarlo. Y yo,
me and it was
pero
like,
¿por
"Oh,
qué
they
no te
want to
metes
buy
en
it,
el
but
negocio?
why don't you go into the
3
business?"
clientes preferenciales se
3
enrolaron
preferential
conmigo.
customers enrolled with
Entonces,
me.
no hay
So
cliente pequeño, no existe.
there's no small
Cualquiera puede
customers. It
ser
doesn't exist.
un buen cliente en el
Any one of them
futuro
can
o
be
después de
an
un tiempo
excellent client in the future,
empieza a
or
sentir
after
que
a
sí quiere
while,
hacer el
they
negocio.
start to feel
Así
like
que
they want to do
también
the business.
estén
So
pendientes de sus clientes
also be
preferenciales.
attentive of your
Y la
preferential
última
customers.
Y
And the
es
last
estar
one too
pendiente de las
is to
oportunidades que da la
be paying
compañía.
attention to the opportunities
Todos
that the
nos llega
company
el
gives you.
mismo email.
Like we
Y
all
esta
get the
semana
same
estamos
email, and this week
con
we
bono
are
especial.
with the special
Entonces, esta
bonus.
semana hay que ponerse las pilas a enrolar si quieren ganar más dinero.
So we
Andreina
have
ya
to
enroló
work
su
on it
primera
to see
premium de esta
if you
semana
want to make more
y en vez
money,
de
if you
ganarse
want to enroll someone
$405, se va a
instead of
ganar
making
600, porque
405,
la
she's
compañía
gonna
nos
make
da esos
600 because
incentivos en
the
diferentes
company
semanas,
gives us
pero nos los
those
dan y hay que estar
incentives in
atentos
different
y
weeks, and
entender
they give it to
cómo
us,
funcionan
and
las
we have to
diferentes
be attentive
promociones
of
para
that and
sacarle el
understand
mayor
how the
provecho.
different
Me
promotions work
encanta,
to get the
me
Estar
best of
encanta,
it.
pegadas, mejor dicho.
chicas. Me encanta, chicas. Gracias, André. Gracias, Caro. Yo sé
I
que les
love
va a
it,
ir
girls. Thank you,
espectacular
Andrew. Thank you. I know
en
that
ese
it's going to
evento.
be
Ahí en
spectacular for you
México
in
nos
that
mantienen
event in
al tanto.
Mexico.
Pero
Keep
ven lo que digo.
us
Fíjense que
informated, keep
los
us
testimonios que
updated.
estamos
But
escuchando, ¿qué es lo
in
que
the
vemos?
testimonials that we're
Constancia.
hearing,
¿Qué es lo que vemos?
we
Tratar.
see
¿Qué es lo
being
que vemos?
constant,
Seguir intentando.
trying,
¿Qué es lo que
keep
vemos?
trying.
Duplicar.
What
¿Qué
do
es lo
we
que
see?
vemos?
Duplicate. What
Unidad.
do we
Es
see?
lo que hablábamos el otro
Unity.
día
It's
en
what
la
we're
reunión del
talking about the
lunes.
other day on
Unidad.
Monday's
Somos un
reunion.
equipo unido. Lo
Unity.
que Caro
It's an
menciona, alguien conectó con ella.
united
Claro
team.
que la gente
With
va a
Caro said
conectar
someone
con
connected with
personas
you. Of course,
diferentes. No
people
todo el
is
mundo
going to
conecta
connect with
conmigo.
different people.
Hay
Not everyone
seguidores míos que se
connects
han
with me.
firmado con otros.
I have
¿Por qué? Porque
followers that are
conectan
signed up
con
with
otra
one
persona
with
como hay
everyone else
seguidores.
or with
Eso
someone
no
else
tiene nada que
because
ver.
that
Tú
has
tienes
nothing
que
to do with it.
enfocarte
You
en
have to
seguir y
focus
seguir y
and
seguir. Y
keep
ahora le voy
going
a
and
dar
keep
paso
going
a
and keep
Luisana.
going. And now I'm
Luisana
going
está en
to
Orlando,
give the word
es
to
una
Lucena.
directora
She's in
de las
Orlando.
fiestas
She's
está
a one of our
directa
directors.
con
She's
Sergio
directly
Marilú, pero es parte
associated
del
with Serbia
equipo.
Marlu,
Y
but
me
it's part of
encanta
the team.
porque ella me
And I
escribió
love her because she
esas
texted me. I mean, those
iniciativas me encantan.
initiatives,
Caro,
I
Andre, voy
love
a
them.
hacer un
Caro,
evento.
Andrew,
Venga,
I'm going to make
Ana
an event.
Peralta en
Great. Ana Peralta,
Rachel, voy a hacer un evento en
Rachel, I'm
Arkansas.
going to
Vale, que
make an
nos
event in
vamos.
Arkansas.
Raquel
Go.
y Jessica que están aquí y
Raquel,
Jake que están
Jessica
en
are here,
Tulsa
and
y es
Jake,
el
they're in
equipo que más
Tulsa, and
rápido
that's
está
the team
creciendo. Es
that is growing the
impresionante. O
fastest.
sea, están
Is
activas, me
impressive.
escriben.
So they're
Rachel, vamos a
active.
hacer
They
un evento,
text
vamos a
me,
hacer tal
Rochelle, we're gonna
cosa.
do an event. We're gonna do
Luisana me
such
escribió y me
thing.
dice, estoy haciendo un
Alyssa
movimiento en
told me I'm
Orlando, no me
going to
interesa
do
si
this
firmaron
movement in
conmigo
Orlando. I
directo o
don't
no.
care
Me
if
dijo
they
ella,
signed with me or not.
quiero
She told
reunirnos.
me
¿Por
I
qué?
want
Escúchame,
to
la gente quiere
get
ver una
reunited.
comunidad.
People
La
want to
gente no
see a
sabe si
community.
firmaron contigo
People
directo o
don't
no.
know
La
if they're
gente quiere
registered with
oír.
you or
Y
not.
nosotros,
They
mientras
want
más
to hear, and
levantemos
we,
el
as
nombre de la
much as we
compañía, del producto, de
raise
donde
the
estamos,
name of the company, the
pues más
product,
levantamos en donde estamos involucrados nosotros. Entonces, Luisana,
we
adelante.
lift
Quiero que
where
te
we are
abras el
involved.
micrófono y que,
So,
por favor,
Luisa, go
compartas las
ahead,
tres
open your
cosas que te
mic
han
and
funcionado
share the
y
three
hables un
things that
poquito
have
de
worked
este
for you
movimiento que
and
estás
talk a
creando
little
en
bit
Orlando.
about this
Adelante,
movement that
amiga.
you're creating in Orlando. Go ahead.
Gracias, Rachel. Para
Thank you,
mí ha sido
Rachel.
súper valioso también
For
escucharlas.
me, it's
Estaba
been
así,
super valuable to listen to
emocionadísima,
you. I was super
escuchando a
excited
Caro,
to hear
escuchándolas
you,
a todas allí.
Caro, and every one of you.
Definitivamente,
Definitely,
yo creo que de los 3 puntos, y lo compartía con el grupo que
I think that
estábamos
out of the 3 points, and I
ahora,
was sharing that
que
with
para mí
the
han
team
sido
that I was with right now,
determinantes y que se los
it's
quiero dejar a
been
ustedes, son tres.
very special. I mean,
Compromiso,
3 points:
responsabilidad y
commitment,
acción.
responsibility, and
Pero, ¿de
action.
qué manera lo
But
estamos viendo? Yo quiero
how are
primero
we
comentarles
looking at
algo.
this? First, let me tell
Luisana
you something.
Soto está aquí en
Luisana
Orlando
Soto is
y es
here
una
in
mamá
Orlando,
con dos
and she's a
niños,
mom with
igual con
two
una vida de
kids,
24 horas como
also with
cualquier
a
persona. ¿Y
24-hour
qué hago
life
yo? Porque la invitación, Rachel,
like
fue
everyone else.
compartir
And
qué es
what
lo
do I
que
do? Because
nosotros
the
estamos
invitation was to
haciendo.
share
Bueno,
what is it
muchas
that we're doing.
veces, como no
Well, many
tengo una hora
times,
adicional del día,
since
a
I
mí me
don't
toca
have a
hacer
final hour of
contenido
the
en las
day,
filas
I
del
have to
colegio.
do
Llevo a los
content
niños al fútbol y muchas veces cuando
in
estoy
college or in the
caminando,
school of the
mientras
kids.
ya
I
los
take them
entregué en
to
el fútbol,
football,
hago
and
un
while I'm
video en el
walking,
fútbol.
then I
Entonces,
create a video in
definitivamente
football. So
quisiera compartir
definitely,
para
I
esas
would like
personas
to
que se
share
dicen que
for
no
those
me
people that
alcanza
say
el
it's just I don't
tiempo,
have enough time
entendamos que tenemos el mismo
to
tiempo
understand that
todos
we all
y
have
que
the
lo que
same
tenemos
time
es que
and we
aprovecharlo
just
al
have
máximo.
to take advantage of
Señores,
it.
por favor,
So
entendamos todos
let's
como
understand
líderes que
as
todo está en
leaders
nuestra
that
mentalidad.
everything is in
¿Por qué
our
hacemos
mindset.
todo esto?
Why do we
Porque
do all
estamos
of
viendo
this?
una
Because
oportunidad,
we're
sea
seeing
la
an
oportunidad de
opportunity
mejorar en
here.
nuestra
If it's
salud
the
o sea la
opportunity
oportunidad de
of
mejorar en
getting
las
better in our
finanzas,
health or
todo es una
in
oportunidad.
finance,
No
and
vamos
then
a ver la
everything's an
oportunidad si
opportunity. We're
queremos
not going to see the
seguir
opportunity
esperando
if
lo que no
we want
existe.
to keep waiting
Entonces,
for what doesn't
entendamos que no
exist.
existe una
So
hora
let's
más del día,
understand that
así que lo
we don't have
importante es
another hour of
determinar
the
cómo
day.
la vamos a
So the
usar.
important
Yo
is to
particularmente
determine how we're going to
eso
use it. I
llegué como a
particularly,
comentártelo porque es como una
I
constante. Nos
didn't know if
decimos
I
esto
should tell you,
muchísimo.
but it's
¿Qué les
constant,
comento
being
del movimiento
constant.
acá en
So
Orlando? Bueno,
what
como
do I
dijo
tell you about the
Rachel,
movement here in Orlando?
yo me
As Rochelle
enrolé
said, I enrolled
por Servio y Marilú, pertenezco en segunda línea
for Several Marlu. I
a
belong
Be the
to the
Light con
second line,
Rachel.
I'll be the light with
Comulgo
Rochelle.
100% con
I
nuestro propósito. Lo llevo aquí en el corazón
talk
de ellos,
about my
está
purpose
tatuado
all
en
the
mi
time. I
corazón
have it
que
in my heart. I say
representa,
like
lo
it's tattooed
siento
in my heart.
y
It
por eso me
represents
siento
me. I
tan
feel it, and that's why I
entusiasmada.
feel
¿Qué
so
pasa?
enthusiastic about it.
Cuando yo le
So
dije
what
a
happens
Rachel
to
de
this?
esta
When
iniciativa que
I
tengo que
told Rochelle
compartirles
about
a
this
ustedes, fue
initiative,
una
I have to
iniciativa
share with you. It
que
was an
surgió
initiative
de
that
varias
came up
personas
from
en una oportunidad que
several
yo
people. In an
conseguía en
opportunity,
una reunión que era
I
una reunión
was in a
de
meeting,
mujeres
uh,
menopáusicas, imagínense.
just a
Entonces
meeting,
estaba
a
allí
gathering
collada una de
of
las managers, yo
women
digo
with
collada
menopause,
Michelle, que está
and
enrolada con Rachel,
Koya
y veo
Michelle,
que es
which
la
is
más
enrolled with
jovencita,
Rochelle,
y yo
she's
la
the
miro y
youngest
digo,
one, and I
apoyar
looked at
aquí.
her and she
Pero
said,
veo
she's in here, she's
que
enrolled
tenía
here.
como
But
muchas ganas de
I
hablar y
noticed
le
that she
veo
wanted to
conectado al
talk
parche.
and I see the patch
Ella
on
tenía como
her.
muchas ganas
She
de
had
compartir
like
los
a lot
beneficios
of
y las
urge to
personas de allí
share the
no le
benefits,
dieron
and people there
oportunidad
didn't give her an
porque me vieron a
opportunity
mí como esa
because
prioridad.
they saw
Bueno,
me,
porque me
or they gave me
conocían
that
dentro de la
priority because
comunidad.
they knew me
Y
from the
yo
community.
decidí, les
And
comparto a
I
ustedes, no
decided,
decir
let me share you,
nada.
I decided not to say
Nada
anything
del parche porque yo lo único
about
que
the
quería
patch
era
because the only
escuchar de
thing I
todas estas
wanted was
mujeres
to listen
cuáles
all of
eran
those women,
sus dolores,
what are
de
what were
qué
their
estaban,
aches
qué
and
estaban
what
padeciendo y
was
luego conectar con
the
ellas
issue
desde
with
la
them and then
tarjeta.
connect with
Y
them.
así fue.
I dropped my
Michelle me
cards
reconoce y se
and that's what
acerca
it
a mí
was.
y me dice
Rachel, she
que
told me,
hagamos algo juntas.
hey,
Bueno,
let's do
palabras más,
something
palabras
together.
menos.
Okay, So to keep it short, she said, okay, give me a date. Where are you? Be the light. Okay, perfect. Let's do this. I know these people. I already know these other people in other events in person to other manager and others that are not managers yet, and they told me that they wanted to be with me. I told them, you are what you chose, so assume your responsibility. This doesn't depend on another person. And there's another word. It's not only commitment, it's responsibility. Responsibility that to our choices. I want to share with you. Look, we have ourselves and we choose ourselves. Some person plays and we were responsible to choose for that. Let's not run away or pretend to believe that if someone told us more, or if we had more information, or if I had chosen a different person, because they're not going to be assuming the responsibility. And that's what this is about. If we hold ourselves responsible, I think that we're going to be able to integrate as a team. And the initiative here, it's because of that responsibility that Luisana feels. What's the responsibility? Look, Rachel, the same thing happened to me. A lot of times they recognize my leadership, other people, than my own group, because they have me in their private message. They ask me things, and it's like, okay, I press the emergency button in the team that I have, and many times, even though the call asks about their everything, when they ask something, everything clears up, because when someone asks something, we all clear it for each other. And so that is very important. I mean, I have my community that is created. It's not the most active one, even though I participate with them, even answering in the groups whenever I can give them something. What do I want to say with this? Please don't get fatigued. Let's be responsible and let's have the commitment to ourselves. It doesn't depend of answers or responses. Let's not be mad if they don't listen to us or give the regular channels of information. Because even if they don't do it, even supposedly they're not in the community, at some point they're looking at us and they're listening to us, and that's a seed that is right there. It's harvesting and it's going to work out. Let's not get frustrated when it's not in our time. So that's why I say commitment and responsibility. Those are the first points. But responsibility with ourselves, with our choices. So let's start connecting with that word, and commitment, well, undoubtedly to the opportunity that we have of blessing people in their health and their finance. Those are two fundamental base. The third one that I want to share with you is action. So there is no way of getting to somewhere without having action. We have to take action. And if sometimes we're lacking fuel, because sometimes we're like, the energy, it's not the same, then let's connect. Let's connect with other people that really inject what we're needing. What does Luisana do? Looks for reference. I look for people that maybe in that moment they're giving me what I need. That word and that inspiration, I just heard it to the ones from the ones that I heard before, and I was fine. I was a little bit agitated to get to the call, and I was like, okay, I not only committed myself, I'm going to be responsible. I'm not going to look for excuses. If you see, I just moved. Many of you don't know it, but I just moved, and you have no idea what a move implies with two kids. The school just started, and I'm right here. And my commitment, my responsibility, and we're taking action. Really, there's no excuses. We have everything and much more. So this community is that the vision can motivate to us. Ideas coexist, and we have to inspire everyone. We have a manager group. There are a lot of directors. Not everyone is active, but they're running away and they're hearing us and they're seeing us. And more likely, people with their action, they are going to make it to the ranks in record times. We are training them. Most of them actually don't belong to my, well, I have two managers in my team only. But we have another group that the managers are right here, where the managers are around, and we're going to do an in-person event per month. And that event, we are going to divide it of how everything is going to be presented, who's going to be the speaker, with the benefits and the opportunity for the business. And then after that meeting, we are going to be, after consolidating our guests, we're going to have accountability and check everything and celebrate them. We did it in a first opportunity. It was in my house. And in my house, it was just one person for me because I didn't invite anyone. I just invited someone that I wanted there. And I let the rest of them invite other people. And that's where the initiative was born. And so we determined that we're going to do it once a month, the first days of the month, until we make a magnum event, like a great event in which we are qualified, and not to say that we're afraid to the public, understanding that we understand the plan or the business plan, and also we know how to communicate it, and we take risks, and we are in that in-person event making a small committee to give each other support. Right now we are talking. I already found out that some managers are guiding others that said, I'll be manager this month because I will, and she's carrying with his plan and she's preparing, so we postulate for the next in-person event. So basically, it's this movement that we want to expand, and we want it to be an inspiration for others, because I truly believe that leadership is not something that is imposed. Leadership is something that people choose you, and people choose you from that, from the responsibility. And I think that the way in which they wake up, many of the people who heard the message, is to see others making it possible. And I believe that the way, and that's the way I feel, in the way that I still be connected, it's to be surrounded by the right people and be with people who have that intention, that have that will, that want to constantly do it, and not seeing us in the third or on the screen, but also touch each other, be close to each other, get naked, being vulnerable, many times in a safe space. It's important, because in what way can we give each other support if we don't know each other? So basically, that's the vision, that's the intention. And well, let me tell you right now, I'm going to make it the director senior, and when Carlos challenged me, I'll give them the dates and we'll go to accountability. Oh well, the challenge is over there. It's coming from over there. People, several people are asking here, why did I want Luciana to share this? For example, Caro and Andrea, I know that with all of the team in Miami, they're doing events. Here in Tulsa, Raquel and Jessica, along with them, they're also making events. Luciana, Orlando, Cato. What if we expand all of this continuity model of events community with the same message? We can do it too. So maybe no one in your city is doing it. So what if you start it? Let's do different things. So there are a lot of people here that are in Orlando that are asking me how can they find out about the information. There are people close to Orlando, so they're asking if the event is going on right now and if they can drive. Can you give me the information later? We can put it in the information channel of Telegram. How do you want to handle this? Of course, of course. I mean, I didn't add you to the team because I was like, I don't know how Rachel does to go everywhere, but we have the event created with a link. I'm going to place it there. And also, please text me. I'm going to give you here. We're all in the group of Be the Light, and the ones that are here are in our way to director. Rachel made a call for all the managers to go up. And so right now the group is with the manager. It's not just to
Nosotros
Well,
queremos por
let me
ahora
clear this up for
robustecer un
us. We
poco
want
a quienes ya tienen
to
un rango. ¿Qué es robustecerlo?
make
Bueno,
bigger
darles la oportunidad
or
de
give the
que no es que
opportunity to
lograron un
people who already
rango,
have a rank,
sino que
not
se
to make a
atrevan a hacer
rank,
esos
but
presenciales,
they
¿verdad?
dare to
Con
do
nosotros
the
dándoles
in-person
support.
events with
Y
us, giving them
luego
support.
quienes vayan a
And
ese
then
presencial y
whoever
lleven un
goes to
invitado,
those
Rachel, porque
in-person
ciertas
events and
condiciones aplican.
have a guest with them because we
Yo
have
también
certain
hablo desde el
conditions.
amor,
I
Claro,
porque
also
está
talk
quienes
bien.
están
from
en el
love,
grupo saben que hay
and the
firmeza,
person that are
porque hay una
in the
firmeza.
group,
Bueno, porque
we
si vamos a
know
ser un
we are
grupo
firm
más,
because
de
if
verdad
it's
que
not,
no
it's
es un
just going to
grupo
be another
más, no es
group. And
para
it's
estar
not just
preguntando lo
another
que
group,
tenemos en
not
los
to be
otros groups.
asking
Es un
what we have
grupo para
about the
que
other groups.
tengamos
It's a
una
group for
estrategia
us to have a
dentro
strategy
de nuestra zona.
inside
Van
of
a
our
coincidir
area.
personas, hay
We are going
amistades
to
que
have
van a
people
ser de un
there,
líder y van
friends
a
that are going
coincidir
to
con
be of a
otros
leader,
y
and they're
queremos
going
en
to be with
armonía
another one, and
poder conversar y decir, mira, cómo se enteró
we
esta
have to
persona.
talk to each
Porque
other
este
about
es el
how they heard
tipo de
about this
cosas que
because
puede
that's the
crear un
kind of thing
roce.
that can
Porque en la
create
misma ciudad
some
o en
tension.
los
Why
alrededores.
in the same
Bueno, porque
city
hay
or
personas
around them?
que de
Because there are
repente
people who suddenly
pueden ser invitados por
can
alguien, pero
be
eligieron
invited
a
by
otra
someone else,
persona.
but then
Eso
they
ha
chose someone
ocurrido.
else. I mean, that has happened.
Entonces,
So
es como muy
it's like very
importante que
important
nosotros nos conozcamos
that
y que eso
we
nos
know each
permita
other,
seguir
and
creciendo
that
como
allows us to keep
estructura.
growing as a structure.
Este grupo está hecho por ahora para managers y para los que se registren
This
en el
group is
evento y llevan
created
un
for
invitado,
managers
porque
and for
empiezan a
whoever registers at
conocer
the event
de
and
qué
take a
manera
guest
nos
because they
estamos
start to acknowledge
alineando.
how
Y
we are
dicen, sí,
aligning with
yo
this.
estoy
And they
comprometido con
say,
esto.
yes,
Somos
I'm
todos
committed
igual
to
Be the Light
this.
y
Yeah,
tenemos
of course,
todas
we're
las
all Be the
herramientas.
Light and we
Solo
have
que con
all of the
esta,
tools.
que también
But
vamos
with
a
this
tener
one, that we're
adicionalmente un
also going to be
seguimiento,
having a
muchos vamos a
follow-up
invertir
additional to that, a lot
adicionalmente
of us are going to
nuestro tiempo
invest our
también.
time
Queremos personas
additionally.
que
And
realmente
we want
estén
people who
comprometidas
really
a
are
lograr
committed
lo que
to
queremos lograr en
do what we
equipo.
want to do
Entonces,
as a
comuníquense,
team. So reach
no nos
out.
importa quién
We
pertenezca,
don't care
lo
who
único
you belong
importante es que
to.
estemos en
The
la
only
zona
important thing
y
is
si
that
tienen
we are in
un
the area.
rango, por favor,
And if you have a
manifiéstenlo
rank,
para
please
poderlos
let
incluir
us
en
know
este
so we
grupo
can
y
include you
todos
in this
vamos a
group.
ir
And
participando
we're all going to be
paulatinamente del
participating
presencial, así que todos nos vamos a ir
in the
favoreciendo.
in-person event, so it's going to
Perfecto.
be
Lo que
favor
vamos
all
a
of
hacer
us.
entonces,
Perfect.
ustedes,
What we're gonna do
si,
then
si
is
están en el
if
WhatsApp del Be the
you're
Light, del
in
equipo
the Be the
completo,
Light
que ahí están
WhatsApp
todos, o en el
of the full
Telegram,
team or
busquen a
in Telegram,
Luisiana Soto, ahí
look for
después ya
Luisiana
el nombre
Soto
completo
there.
lo va a
I
recibir por
already
sus
put
redes sociales,
the
igual de todas
whole
las chicas
name
que
or her full
participaron,
name and the
para que se
channel
comuniquen. Y igual yo voy a estar
and also her
promocionando
social
el
media,
evento, lo voy a
and
poner
I'm
en el
going to be
canal de
promoting the
información.
event. I'm going to
Cada
place it in
evento
the
que hay,
information channel.
ustedes me
Every
envían la información
event
que se pone en el canal de
you have,
información
you send
para
me
que
the
también las
information, I
personas que
can
están en
place it
su
in the
ciudad
information
pues
channel so
puedan
people
estar.
that are in your
La
city can
manera
be
que
there.
tienes para
The way
conectar de
that you have
acuerdo
to
a
connect
lo que tienes
according to what
en
you
tu
have
ciudad es
in your
sencillamente
city is
pregunta.
simply
Pregunta
just
en el chat
ask.
quién vive
Ask in the chat
vi a
who
alguien en
lives,
Texas,
and
quién
I saw
vive
someone in
en
Texas
Oklahoma,
or
donde sea que tú
Oklahoma
estés.
or wherever you are.
Pregunta, habla, están todos los días entrando gente nueva, no solamente
Ask.
directa
I mean,
mía,
every
sino de
day we
todos
have
los que
new
ustedes
people,
están
not from
trayendo.
only
Por
from me, but
favor,
from everyone that you're bringing
¿por
in.
qué quiero que
Okay,
se queden en esta llamada? Quiero que se
what do
queden
you
con
want you to
el
keep
ejemplo de
on this call?
constancia,
The
con
example
el
of
ejemplo
being
de no
constant,
rendirse,
of
con
not
el
giving up,
ejemplo de
with the example
eventos,
of
con el ejemplo de
events,
trabajar en
the
equipo,
example of
con el
working as
ejemplo
a
de
team, the example
comunicarte
of
con tu gente.
communicating with your
Fíjate,
people.
hay gente que a lo mejor no
Look, we
firmaron
have people
directo
that
contigo.
they didn't even
Conócelos,
register with you. Get to know
averigua.
each other.
Por eso algo que
Find
dijo
out, because
Caro al inicio
something
y
that
Andreina
Carol
es
says at the beginning
importante.
and Andreina, it's very
Crea tu
important.
propio chat.
Create your own
Obvio,
chat.
no es
Obviously,
deshonrar a tu líder,
it's
no.
not
Es ten el chat con
lack
tu
of
líder,
respect
donde
of your
está
leader.
toda la
It's have the
organización,
chat with your
pero
leader,
también
with
haz
the
un
whole
chat con la gente
organization, but
tuya
also make a
directa,
chat
porque así de esa
with the
manera ellos
people
te
directly,
ven
because
como tu
that
líder
way
y entre
they
ustedes
see you
hacen
as a
ideas,
leader, and
se
between you
reúnen,
create
se
ideas, you
entrenan,
gather,
guía a la
you
gente.
train,
Recuerden, si tú estás
guide
acabada de
people.
entrar, por
Remember,
ejemplo, estaba
if
yo hablando
you
con Pere
just
Prado
started here,
y
I was
estaba
talking to
tratando
Pedro
de
Prado
contestarle
and I
lo más que
was
podía, pero
trying to
imagínate, a
answer
través
as
de
much
un
as I
chat
could,
es
but
difícil.
can you imagine
Si tú
through a
estás
chat is
acabada
hard.
de entrar,
So if you
¿cuáles
just
son tus
got in,
pasos a seguir?
what are your
Primero,
next steps or to
estar en
follow?
todos los
First,
chats.
to be in
El
every chat.
importante es el canal
The
de información de
important one
Telegram,
is
porque ahí
the
compartimos
information channel event of Telegram because in there we share the links of the trainings every day and the days. And on Mondays, we share the agenda of your week. Join the chats. I know there are people that say it's just, I get tired of so many chats. Then this is not for you because communication is fundamental. I have more than 150 chats daily between the church, the school, the kids, the family, the events, business, the several businesses that I have. I know that's my life. I don't have another option. I do it with joy. So learn from this new reality that you have to be able to be successful. That's one. Number two, take people to YouTube channel of Be the Late. That's where we have all of the trainings that are recorded, and we also have something called a playlist. So Angelini takes care of organizing between her J assistants. Everything is in English and in Spanish. It's separated by categories, testimonials, it's an open channels. You can share from there everything you want. Now, point number three, school. That's an academy. You just started there. That's why I said go directly to school. We have videos, small videos in which you're going to train about your first rank, how you get paid, what's the compensation plan, and all the PDFs. I have a list of everything that you have to do with each new partner. For example, me, I make a meeting every Monday with all of the people that are registered from last week because I noticed that they got lost in the onboarding. So in that meeting, I go over and over. This is your page. This is your link. Here you see this. We have to do this. We are working with human beings that forget that they can't, that they're not used to it, that we have to do it. So Andreina mentioned that something about the preferential customers and retail. We're saying what we're doing. We are going back, circling back to all of the retails, to all preferential customers. How is it going with the patch? Do you like it? What has happened to you? How do you feel? Do you want to try others? You want to go in business? Say, for example, if by sharing you make money, don't underestimate to only work with partners because a preferential customers can be one of your star partners that you can have. That follow-up, you have to be clear about the categories of follow-up of your business. Get prospects, sell products, follow preferential or retail or partners, work as a team to have your clear goals and work. Cara mentioned something that I loved. She commits with each person. I'm going to hold your hand to get to $1,000 a week. How about you set a number? How much you want to make with one partner, with each partner? So what's left of this? Alone, we can't. Two, you have your authenticity. You are someone special, and each one of you are special. We don't have any competence here. This is not a competition. We are all unique that God gave to each one of us. So you have to get to know yourself, use it, and go out there to share it without expecting how much people are seeing you, who's coming, because trust me, they're seeing you every day. So don't feel down about it. People don't make you feel down. You make yourself feel down. So look, everything that is happening with the company. Yesterday we got the Bravo Award again. David Schmidt now has 200 patents. He doesn't change. He keeps increasing it. His brain is too much. So this company is just starting, and now we're getting to places. Use that. I posted everything, what he did yesterday. I mean, post, talk, because you're part of that. So this is the moment. Please, let's work together. Let's love each other. Let's support each other. Let's help each other. In here, there's no one better than anyone. We all have the same company, the same product, the same 24 hours, the same social media, and the same influence. Because one, two, thousands, we can do it. Okay? Well, see you next week. Tomorrow, remember what we're new. Remember, we have training tomorrow and we have a presentation call. Invite prospects for whoever it's new. We do that every week on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Miami time. It's a call that it's with Jay or Carlos or me, where you invite people that you want to hear about, that they want to hear about the product every Thursday at 7 p.m. So we have double call tomorrow. Don't get mixed up with the links. Don't get mixed up with the links. Pay attention. Tomorrow we have two links, 6 p.m., 7 p.m.
Nos
All right?
vemos mañana y
So I'll
todos
see you
managers,
tomorrow,
nos vemos
and
ahorita.
every
Ustedes
manager,
saben
I'll
quiénes
see you
son.
now. You know who you are.
Bye, gracias a las chicas que
Bye.
estuvieron.
Thank you for the
Felicidades.
girls
Las
that were
amamos.
here.
Gracias por
Congratulations.
todo.
We love you. Thank you for everything.